Here is another CE favorite map. They go to the Towers of Doom. And this is what CE do. They like Braxis, they like Warhead, they like Towers, and they like Sky. They like the maps that aren't picked as often. They very rarely go to Infernal or Cursed and stuff like that if they have the choice.
Okay. Battlefield of Eternity, how about?
Battlefield of Eternity on the odd occasion, but that's more an ESTAR map in this particular between these two teams, I would say.
So CE is 3-0 here. They elect Towers of Doom. So ESTAR, since they lost, that means they wanted that first pick, first ban.
Yep, which is interesting. This does mean that both these teams, one of them is about to ruin their 100% match ratio. Le cry.
Le cry cry.
Le cry cry.
Map 2 now here available for these two teams. We're on match 3 of the 12th of July HGC China broadcast. It's between ESTAR and CE, and this is going to be the second map. Keep in mind, it is a best of 2. That means that matches will only comprise of 2 maps. That means a match can finish in a draw, which is perfectly okay. Doesn't make anyone feel uncomfortable. A draw means both teams get 1 point. In order to get 3 points, you must win 2 out of the 2 maps, which is a little bit harder than winning 2 out of 3.
Exactly. So we'll have to see if they are able to, if ESTAR, like you said, will be able to bring it back and get that 1 point. Because every little point helps. Here's the Genji, once again making his way through, but that does give Uther over to CE if they want him.
Yeah. Anubrak banned here. You can see why. He was very impactful in isolating away the support while CE tried to blow someone up and pretty much succeeded. Uther is available. It would be a giant surprise to not pick that one up here for CE. Their only question is, what is their second one? Will it be Dahaka? Will it be Arthas? Or will it be Uther and something else?
Yeah, maybe even a noob. We have seen a noob slipping his way in every now and again. So that wouldn't be too out of the ordinary. Because even with his nerfs, still valuable. But it is Uther and Dahaka.
So despite 2 patches since mid-season brawl, or has it been 1, still a very strong solidified meta revolving around much of the same picks as mid-season brawl displayed. With the exception maybe of a slightly elevated level of importance for Ariel, at least here in China.
Indeed. For those who are asking in the chat though, CE stands for Challenge Everything. That is what that one stands for. Whereas ESTAR stands for ESTAR. That is their name.
And what does E stand for?
Electronic Stars. Maybe. I don't know.
Sounds painful.
It does. We are going to see Tyrael and Greymane coming in here. Getting Tyrael, great move by ESTAR. Like I said before the series started, their substitute player, FZ, very, very strong Tyrael player, but potentially not as impactful on some of the other heroes that he gets to play.
Okay. Yeah, as for Malthael, he has seen a few bans today. No picks yet. He did receive some nerfs, which are already active. They're playing on live server here. We haven't seen the Malthael picks yet.
Indeed, he's not managed to get himself into the game yet, not had such an opportunity. Arthas is banned out, with Greymane already on the board. That's a reasonable removal. So what are we going to see from CE here?
So
he's a
Dahaka,
second tank?
Dahaka is a warrior. He's not a tank. He's a split soaker. He's an offlaner. He is a bruiser, a ganker, a damage dealer. He is tanky, but what he lacks is a reliable way to engage. You might say, oh, but I play Dahaka and I engage with him all the time. Sure, I engage with Ariel too sometimes, but the problem is the pro players, they try to counterplay engage, and Dahaka is more easy to counterplay than most. You can knock him out of that drag tongue. You can try to run away from him. And so generally you'll see another warrior paired up. And there we go. That's some powerful engage. Stitches, Hook, Gorge, Putrid Bile. Lots of options there. And Tychus. We have been seeing way more Tychus since the Speedo skin got released.
Indeed, not even any adjustments to his talents or anything. No nerfs or buffs at all. Just a skin, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Tychus is still good."
Yeah. Range decreased. Saw moments of complete irrelevance and neglect. Now Tychus seems to be back in this double warrior meta. Double support kind of benefits him as well, as he is already one of the more survivable warriors, assassins, with big power spikes during Odin and minigun usage. And keeping him alive will win you that fight. Alarak coming out with Rhaegar. That is a 4.5 melee composition almost. About 4 melee for ESTAR. Genji gets up real close and personal, and Greymane does as well. Very heavy frontline team. Wouldn't be surprised to see Zul come out here for CE, given what they're up against.
That would be lovely. It doesn't affect Alarak as much as it would some of the others, due to Alarak being a melee mage, sort of a Sonya style thing, as opposed to relying on auto attacks.
That's true.
You do have to be careful as well, due to the fact that Ooze's Alarak is really, really good.
Oh, yeah?
So you do have to play. You have to play very carefully about where you position with him, and Zul does not have as much flexibility with that.
Yeah, and I guess it could be a bit risky using Zul into Sanctification as well. They'd rather go for a little bit more tanky control.
Tank.
A little bit more control. And I think that's a mosh pit cow.
I would say so. Only interrupt is telekinesis.
And judgment.
Maybe judgment.
And Discord Strike.
Yeah.
And that's it.
So, yeah, I think a mosh pit could be pretty decent for them here. They even have the potential of the Divine Shield mosh pit. Good old-fashioned holy cow.
That's true. Also, Hand of Protection. There isn't all that much crowd control effects that you need Guardian of Ancient Kings for. In fact, besides Judgment and Silence,
named before, yeah,
it's just Discord Strike and Judgment. And let's be fair, you're not going to go Judgment into Triple Warrior.
That's what they want you to think. No, I agree with you. I would like that. I would like to see that cleanse coming in here, the Hand of Protection.
So you can just
give us a good old double holy cow.
You can mosh pit, and it's only as long as you get Alarak, your mosh pit is guaranteed. If you don't, start with a cleanse, Hand of Protection, and then if there's more abilities that could cancel, you can just de-shield if need be. I like the ETC.
Same. Interesting last pick. The damage is now very limited to Tychus, but now their tanks can go more damagey. Even Dahaka actually has an ability that increases his ability power after burrowing.
Yeah, definitely he has that. After coming out of a brush, he can also go the Essence auto attack talent. That does incentivize you not to use your Essence. Essence gives you bonus auto attack damage at level 13, but then you would have to not need that Essence, because once you use it, no bonus damage. As for Stitches, he pretty much always goes slam build anyway these days, so that's damage build to the max already. Uther's damage is so-so. Uther might actually get D-Storm, by the way. I know we have some D-Shield synergy. D-Storm is quite nice against Genji.
Yeah, and also just how much CC do you really want? You have the Hack Track, you have the ETC stun. Just add even more, just keep them locked down. If they can't move, they can't fight.
Map number 2 is underway for ESTAR versus CE. Challenge everything. It's Towers of Doom. And on the left, in the blue, is going to be FC, China number 1, GD, Kid, and Ooze. It is ESTAR.
Whereas on the right-hand side, in the red, currently 1-0 up in this series, it is going to be Challenge Everything CE with Alufal, Wind, KTY, Paradise, and Zuyu. KTY, newest member to the team, they did bring him in as a replacement for Sanjin at the end of the last season.
Lightning Bond, the variant of Hardened Focus on Alarak, by the way.
Ah, yes. It is pretty cool. Nice to see. We see East.
No slam build. He went for the dampen magic at 1. Maybe still slam for the rest, but level 1. No heavy
level
slam.
Level 1 dampen magic. It is Dahaka with the movement speed, because it's obviously FC will die hit. Nicely done by CE. And he wraps all the way around to get to the minion wave. Nicely done, Tyrael, but doesn't actually hit any of the enemy minions, so just out of range. ETC with the prog rock, so very few aggressive talents actually coming in from CE, despite the big old tank setup they have. They're just going for pure tank sustain at this point.
Okay. Nice combinations on Rhaegar. Lacked Stitches' minuscule damage at this point, or Rhaegar would have been down. He's there to soak and push the lane. Okay, so yeah, like you said, Proc Rock, 20 regeneration globes. ETC gets that, and he will give a portion of the heal that he receives himself when he uses guitar solo, and he will give that to a small area around him. Excellent for melee compositions that lack a little bit of healing sustain. Like Uther, Uther has great burst heal, but just a little bit less sustained than some others. So nice to combine.
I do miss the old groupies, but let's be honest, it was kind of broken, where you could stack it infinitely.
Infinite stack,
marvelous.
As much heal for your teammates as for yourself. That meant that for over 4 seconds you would heal over 1,000 to your entire team. Yeah, it was pretty busted.
Yep, it was pretty great. And the fact is, it still took players a couple months to actually realise it was a thing. Good Discord strike onto Dahaka. Hook pulling FC away, giving Dahaka a little bit more breathing room, a little bit of freedom. First shots traded evenly from the left-hand altar and the bottom altar. Now it is all a fight over the CE side altar. It looks like ESTAR are going to end up letting this go after they delay for just a little bit longer.
Now Tyrael didn't yet pick up Horadric Reforging at level 4, so if he had, he could have thrown the sword over and over if he wanted to. Would have been risky though. They decided thoroughly and clearly, ESTAR, they did. They don't want to contest. Greymane was Hearthstoning, so they accept the penalty against their core HP. 32 against 36.
Indeed. So, Zuyu assisting Wind in clearing up this camp. FC will scout this out. Not much he can do about it. No holy ground. He doesn't have his allies near him. Just going to let this one go.
Chain Heal Mana Reduction talent at 4 for Rhaegar that hints at the Tidal Wave's usage at level 13. Cooldown reduction on the heal wave rather than the Earth Shield, which granted not as effective with the low HP characters that ESTAR has. Nice hook, Hammer of Justice, can't juke away, GD goes down.
Yeah, nice kill by Zuyu there, using that overkill, just tracking him all the way, able to pick up the kill there. Stitches setting up for at least the partial slam build. He just wanted that level 1 protection. ETC, I believe that is the extra radius on his face melts. It's been a while since we've seen him, actually. We've seen him very rarely these days.
Yeah. Genji pushing the top.
Yep, loudspeakers, extra radius.
Oh, yeah. 50% extra radius is pretty good.
That it is. Gives you some great potential for even for controlling boss areas. And of course for disengagements, as we saw there, but nice telekinesis to pull him back in. Just power slides through FC though as he attempts to body block his escape route.
Single altar phase being announced here. Let's see how the teams play this out. Dahaka can join late and he pushed the lane, or he can join early. That's the choice you make as a global. Either you join early, you give up XP and you have a 5v4, or you allow your team to be 4v5 while getting ahead in XP. It's 2 valid options so long as the team is on board. And it does look like he will do one more wave, which will give level 8. But his team is engaging. His team is engaging without him.
Yeah, and they very nearly got a kill. FC came in very far forward on his own, and as such got punished, only barely escaping thanks to a nice cleanse. KTY can tunnel in when he needs to. For now, though, CE just zoning the area. They're letting Dahaka get XP while they await to see if he is needed and try and pick up some kills.
Okay, so they use the extensive sustain they have on account of being double warrior support and Tychus
to
buy time. And they bit off more than they could chew. Challenge everything here. Loses their Uther, but he is the ideal first hero to go down as he can give heals to his teammates. Nonetheless, though, Alarak!
They get the kill. Alarak grabbing another one. They pull in good, though. Can they finish him off? No, he Worgen forms to the minions and does escape. 3 kills in exchange for 1 and the altar. Going over to ESTAR.
You said Ooze was a good Alarak.
He is.
Very good. You were not exaggerating.
Yeah, he is actually one of the few Chinese players who plays consistently on the Korean server, according to the lovely Rally Jaffa, who joined us on Monday in the chat.
That's a good choice. I do feel like if you aspire to be a top-level player coming from the Chinese region, you need to play on Korea. Korea has long been known for their prowess in esports games, in esports titles, and they are really good mechanically. They always have been. So it's a good place to practice.
I wouldn't be a good friend if I did not ask right now. Is your house on fire?
Thank you for your concern. It was across the street.
Okay,
it is only my neighbor's house on fire. I hope they'll be okay. Yeah, they sleep around this time, so maybe I should give them... No, it was just a car. It was a car alarm. Thank you.
Marvellous. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah. I hope it's not my car, though.
Hopefully. We will hope it isn't. We do see the level 10s available for both teams. It is going to be a Mosh Pit ETC. Stitches, yet to pick, actually. We could still see a Gorge. That's a fun strategy I've seen. Your Mosh Pit, you get Stitches to run right at the one hero who can interrupt. And if the Mosh Pit does not land on that hero, Stitches gorges them and dunks them inside.
Yeah. That... I mean, I don't think that... No, they can't. Because the Gorge takes too long, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's basically gorge first, just to be sure.
Oh, yeah.
It's also the most overkill, I think, to, like, kill one person, and that is to, like, gorge someone and then one-man mosh pit them when they're already isolated.
Yeah.
It is a lot of overkill.
I've never seen that particular combination, gorge into an already activated mosh.
Clearly you have not been in Platinum before. We see CE moving around as a group. Dahaka, only one not there. He is currently laning against Genji. And of course, Dahaka has the ability to globally rotate with his Borrow, whereas Genji does not. For now, though, levels and core health exactly equal for both teams. It looks like they're just going to trade ulters here. CE changes their mind, though. They come in for the interrupt. Odin is already popped.
Odin lasts for 20 seconds. CE channeled the mid already. They're going to use Odin now to zone out ESTAR. But Ooze is looking for an angle. Can he find it? Ooze setting up. Telekinesis away. Actually, really good feeling because he dodged the power slide. Isolation now on Alarak. He has been cleansed. That means no more silence, but he's still blind. Now he can see again. And the double silence.
Double silence is good. Divine Shield on ETC, the one-man mosh pit. But that might be enough. It saved ETC for at least a little bit. But now Dahaka is down. And Genji getting his value. Cleaning through this team. Able to take down the Uthra as well. And that looked really good for CE for a while. But ESTAR able to just clutch save Tyrael. And of course, Ooze's clutch Alarak plays. They were able to take that fight and take that altar.
And that's kind of what I don't like about D-Shield Mosh, and I haven't for a long time, is you invest 2 very long heroics into a 0 damage double heroic combination that is designed to shut people down. In this case, he only moshed 1 person, which is definitely a problem. But even if you hit 3 to 4, you just use double non-damage heroics. So how are you going to make use of all that? Only Tychus. And chances are he either has minigun or he doesn't. So he's just shooting with his normal auto attack. I don't think you can really make use of that period. I would have loved to see far more, to have more different kinds of shutdown. Use the mosh pit as a zoning tool. And use Divine Storm to add a little bit of damage and lockdown if someone does not get caught by the mosh pit. Oh!
Pushing it, there we go. Tyrael actually comes over the wall to do this. He can't actually get out the fort range. There we go. Put a pull back with Bell Towers, dropping a fair amount of damage out. But as we do see ESTAR pushing in with Dahaka dead, they're in a great position. Wind able to knock back, though, preventing Ooze from getting the Discord Strike. And it is still whiffed, but the Bell Tower is still taken.
ETC with the full face melt build.
Yeah, Paradise having to drop the Putrid Bile.
Oh, very nice hook.
Very nice hook indeed. Genji getting focused. Tychus not able to get in range. Kid able to escape there.
It is the tidal waves at 13 for Rhaegar, so he gets the mana reduction, the cooldown reduction for the heal. Very nice to keep his team alive, but that was so close. Excellent, amazing hook by Paradise with the immediate power slide, but the cleanse was too good by China number 1. I like the flanking here. The whole blue team is split up, makes them less of a target for things like Mosh Pit, which is available again. Wind Wind.
Oh, they're grouping. They're grouping. Wind moves in. Doesn't mosh, though. They're just going to try and focus Alarak. The counter-strike hitting KTY. There's the mosh, grabbing 2 members. Ancestral, though, is keeping Alarak alive as they finally focus him down. He was outside the sack, so they were able to finish him off. But now Wind's in danger. Gets a double stun, though, as KTY is getting focused by Kid, who is able to pick up the kill. Moving on to Stitches. Gets another kill. And Genji is cleaning house.
Genji destroying everybody here. The whole team of CE dropping low. ETC goes down as well. We really needed a bit of groupies value. Everyone was red. Despite getting that Alarak, getting the Rhaegar, they lost the 4 or 5 versus 3 pretty much. After getting so much value. Like, was the Divine Shield even needed? No. There was no interrupt available.
Judgment. There is no judgment. I really agree. That was not necessary.
Tyrael and Alarak were inside, even if he had judgment. Why Divine Shield? Just because it's a synergy doesn't mean you need to do it every time.
I know, it's weird. And as such, Genji was able to get his ult off and shreds everyone. They got the full 5-man team wipe, and they were able to grab that shot. Still getting the extra damage as they still had that mid bell tower under their control.
Yeah, that's true. And 1 extra core shot. You can get up to 7 shots if you control all the towers and capture an altar. Genji, though, is ramping up. He's getting closer and closer to level 20. The dragon becomes me is very powerful. Near infinity Dragon Blade in team fights. Pretty strong against CE. Really able to cut through that heavy health pool that CE has. And CE right now, they're looking for level 16. They need the talent equality.
We are seeing CE just continuing to rotate around, looking for that talent equality, looking for that XP without putting themselves in danger. Even Dahaka staying very far back here, right next to his towers, even though the minions are a little bit further up. He does not want to get kills off. This is going to give ESTAR a free boss, though, unless he can take a crazy fight here. Mosh is again available. Holy Ground is interrupted. ETC finds the one spot that he can stand on. He power slides off the point here. There's the Mosh, not catching anyone because the sanctification is down, but it does zone a bit. Shots are taken by ESTAR, but the fight with Uther already gone, looks like CE may lose even more than just those shots.
Again, that dreadful Divine Shield Mosh combination, I don't get it. There is no one interrupting him. He didn't even hit anyone. Save the Divine Shield for the Tychus or someone else. Painful.
For yourself, you're the one getting focused down so much.
It is a hard combination, I have to say. It's not easy synergy to make it work. Having lost that boss, though, I mean, that's probably the beginning of the end here. As ESTAR takes XP lead, they get a lot of shots, they get the boss.
Yeah, they're even just on CE's side of the map, taking those shots as well. Another 5 onto the core, another 5 on their side. They will be bringing CE down to 4 core health now.
You know, I saw ETC had a Mosh potential. When he face melted Tyrael off the point, he was just standing melee on the boss point. Everyone was walking towards it. If he just pressed R, it would have been far better than queuing to the bot left, pressing W again, and then finally with the Mosh. It's sad. But yeah,
to get a
big lead here for ESTAR. Only 4 shots left for CE.
Yeah, ETC is able to retake that bottom bell tower. KTY dodges the Discord Strike with a nice burrow, able to pull back. Paradise's body blocks, having to drop the Divine Shield. There's a correct use of Divine Shield, and they're able to kill off Tyrael.
Best Divine Shield of the game, to be honest. Really nice getting a kill in a 3 versus 5. ETC coming in with the flank. 15 seconds on Mosh Pit, though. Nice setup on Alarak. That's a Benediction, Hammer of Justice. Alarak, no Counter-Strike.
They missed out on a lot of damage because Tychus was transforming into his Odin, but he's so zoned. They should easily be able to pick him up here, and they do so. 2 kills going over to CE.
CE surprises here, and China continues to surprise. It seems like when the odds are least in their favor, they win team fights. This is so crazy. They're in a 3 versus 5, and they turn it to get double kill. Exactly what CE needed to get back in the game. And what they need to do now is bottom control. The boss will not be available for a while. You take the sappers, you get the fort. Get the sappers, get the fort. Over and over. Keep 4 bell towers in your control. However, their hero lead on the map is dissipating. They were in a 5 versus 3, now 5 versus 4, and they haven't really done anything. They cleared up sappers, but that's it. They estimate there is no time for more, and I get it, because double ults are being activated at the top. And to be fair, they need both. If they lose one, they're dead.
Yes, they are. They need to take control. They're trying to do so with the hook onto FZ right at the start. Dahaka sneaking back to there so that they don't get backdoored by Genji or anything like that. He needs to be prepared to tunnel. At a moment's notice, though, as Ooze is already starting to channel. They have to interrupt the sanctification. That's it. ETC coming in. And the mosh pit to try something is too late. Beautiful sanctification. GG. ESTAR taking game number 2. 1-1 in score and 1-1 in points.
I mean, that was pretty impressive. I mean, exactly what they needed to do with the sanctification. ESTAR get their point back in the 1-1. And I guess in order to stop that, you would have had to anticipate it. I mean, this is a signature move when you have Divine Shield or Sanct. And you would have to interrupt the Sanct. You have about half a second to do so as he channels it.
Yeah, we saw him start, and it was like, okay, you got to interrupt. But then the Sank already happened. They left it too long. They didn't have Tychus grenades. It just wasn't in range. They got outplayed, quite frankly. But both these teams able to pick up a point each. CE forgetting that is a tie and that they can bow to the audience. And they will both head backstage.
Wait, we won, right? Oh, no.
Yeah. Very nicely done. Very nicely done by them. A good comeback by ESTAR there, taking great control.
Yeah, great Alarak play, really. Ooze impressed there. And great Tyrael play, good synergy all around. They took the lead. And although they bungled a little bit at the top fort, they got ready just in time to close out the game. It shows that although Towers of Doom in essence is an objective neutral map, where none of the core shots really matter since they don't give XP, they don't give structural advantage. Nonetheless, having that puts pressure on your opponent, and that can force favorable engagements and desperation. And in this case, forcing a win condition nonetheless, channeling that thing with sanctification. Well done, ESTAR. It is going to be a 1-1 between these teams.